See, he and I was so close together. We was 11 months difference in our ages. That's all there was. And so we started grade school together. We went career through high
That's
school.
That's Keith's dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does it.
Career through high
And
school.
Charlie used to farm all the time.
Yeah, he should have.
So,
He'd
I
been a
used
better
to-
professor.
Really?
He was my favorite because he was always willing to take me. You mean, if he had a date, if he had a date. If I wanted to go, he'd ask me if I wanted to go. I'd go. You know, I didn't always go with him. But he was always good to me. I know we had a lot of good talks a couple of years before he died. We laughed about some of the things because he was just really a good brother. Yeah, he really was. He done some crazy things. Like one time, just to give you an idea what it was like, he liked to tease, especially me, because he'd get me worked up. So I got every Saturday was a time to go to town. So this particular Saturday, my mother says, "Well, we're going to town, Myrtle. Do you want to go along?" I said, "No, I don't want to." She said, "Well, we haven't got quite all the housework done yet for the day." She said, "We've got to mop the kitchen. If you stay home, you'll have to mop the kitchen and the pantry and get that." I don't care. I'll do it. I don't want to go to town. Okay. So my brother didn't go either. So he was, at that time, my dad was in California. And he had put an ad in the paper for his, he always had a hired man that lived down in that little house where Charlie lives for so long. And so the guy that he had before him had quit on him. And so he was needing somebody when they come back because he's going to have to be making hay and stuff. So he had put this ad in the paper and said he might be coming to talk to Mother about the job. And then as soon as he got back, he'd been gone for 2 weeks. My grandfather had cancer, and he wanted to get out there before he passed away and see him once more. And so this particular Saturday, I was to mop on the floor, and of course, now if you've been in the big house, I don't think you were ever in the big house, were you?
The one that he leveled before they built the new one? I
Yeah,
kind of
you
remember
could
a
go,
little bit.
well, what you could go in this, there's a porch on the east side. You could go in this door, or you could go over here and go right into the dining room. You wouldn't have to bypass the kitchen in that area. So I was mopping away, and my brother would come and knock on the door, the one to the farthest to the left, and then then he'd started in before I could get there, and open the door and go across that wet floor, right into the dining room and living room, and out. Then you could go out in the living room. There's a big door and porch where you could go out. So this was got his routine then. After we got this, I was mopping. He'd go around then, come right back, come through. So he done about 3 times that I'd yell at him, "Told you don't need to come in here until I get my floor cleaned and dried." So I thought, boy, if that kid comes back through here again, now he's going to get this mopped. So I was standing there just seeing how much water up in the cup. Back then, you had the kind you had to wring out by the like this, you know. Okay, I was mopping like this. I came that tap on that door, and I just opened up the door real quick. And I said, I told you. And there stood a man. I said, I thought that was my brother. He was sitting there grinning, and he was like asking for the job. Well, it turned out when Dad got home and hired him, you know, as long as John Dutton worked for us, he never let me live that down. The girl with the wet mop.
Trying to kill
He
me.
says, "You know who I meet when I go to doors? The girl with the wet mop." That was, he was a tease, but I really liked it.